Hi, I'm Vladimir Kuzmin, and this is my first video in English on this my YouTube channel. This channel exists in the internet for 2 years, and all this time I got from you, listeners and watchers, many comments like this. Oh, this is very interesting, but I would like to know what he is speaking about. That's why I think a lot about this, and now I will try to do my videos in English. For now, this will be some kind of observation video about most of my work on vector plant, about my inventions and instruments. I worked in the vector plant from 1976 till 1991. I entered in 1976 after graduating Mining Institute, electronic specialization. And my first work as lead engineer on this enterprise was spring reverb echo. It's very heavy, like a brick, but very reliable. I'd like to tell you that in every my instrument I've tried to bring something new, and in specifications or in schematics something original, not find on other instruments, be they Soviet instruments or foreign. Well, for example, this spring reverb. What is interesting thing and original in it? The main components of every spring reverb is transducer. Usual transducer is a very small magnet put in the magnetic field, but small magnets were not possible to manufacture on our plant. That's why I thought about new transducer, and I not invented but made a so-called anchor transducer. What is anchor? Anchor is a small steel plate put into the magnet in the magnet field, and this is why this plate is vibrating under the input signal. So it's very simple to manufacture and very reliable, and moreover, it's not they are not responsible for stick or vibrating. So less noise, external noise. Well, my second work, or most known, is Polyvox synthesizer. I think you know a lot about this synthesizer, how it works, who it uses. I know Rick Wakeman uses Polyvox, Franz Ferdinand, Goldfrapp, and even Rammstein. First of all, from the first time I think about Polyvox as a big modular synthesizer. But later we decided to convert this big heavy modular synthesizer into small size synthesizer for people. more cheaper. Small history. I entered in 1976, and my wife Olimpiada entered 1 year later, because at the time we have already a small kid, and she needed to stay at home with our son. But that's why Spring Reverb is not her design, but Polyvox already her design, and other later instruments were all instruments with design of my wife Olimpiada. She graduated Architectural Academy in our city, specialty design. This is fully her design, original, because we want to combine three things in one unit. First of all, it's modular structure. You see a 3D panel with separate models inserted in the front panel. And second thing, so-called military design. It was her design. I don't know any other synthesizer made in military style design. All is original, all custom, all knobs are custom, all these 3D panels are custom, and military design from this sides like tracks of tank. Well, this is 1982 year. Next was piano strings quintet, also designed by Olimpiada. And what is interesting feature in this instrument? You know, piano strings has several timbres: piano, organ, brass, and strings. Strings needs delay lines. Ordinarily, there are 3 delay lines. Quintet has 2 delay lines, but on the output of string timbre we have 3 timbres. First, a central timbre, original timbre, and 2 more. One timbre or one sound moved upper and one moved lower. That's why we have 3-point unison. Moreover, we can widen the distance between the central tone and 2 other tones. This is very interesting. One thing I would like to tell you, that all our keyboards have very original keyboard. They have so-called gearcons instead of ordinary contacts. What is gearcon? Gearcon stands for hermetical contact. This is what is gearcon. Gearcon is small vacuum glass tube with inserted in it a pair of steel wires, golden plated, and in each key we have magnet installed in it. So when we move towards gearcon key, gearcon is shut. So our keyboard is very reliable. For now I know only 2 manufacturers of instruments with keyboard with gearcons. They are American Allen Organs, is great manufacturer of church organs, and our plant. Well, after quintet, a quintet was manufactured from 1984, 1982, 84, and next was Maestro, half digital synthesizer. What I mean? We have DCOs, 4 DCOs, digital control oscillator, and a special PC board with timbres. It has preset timbres of keyboards, strings, wooden instruments and brass instruments. And here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 rods and 5 tables. So 20 preset timbres of various instruments. We have arpeggiator, filter, design also Olimpiada. You see these instruments, Quintet and Maestro, looking very fashionable and very modern, still now. Although they were in production more than 30 years ago. Then came digital era. And next, our instrument, also designed Olimpiada. This is a fully digital instrument, only knobs and keys and knobs on front panel, and inside all is made with software. And this is a very interesting keyboard with auto accompaniment. It differs from, for example, PSR, Yamaha PSR instruments in some features that with them you can do any accompaniment at all. You can freely change a rhythm, variant of rhythm, then bass line, a timbre of bass line, a chord line for each style, chord timbre. So if you multiply them, you have 50,000 combinations. And this is it was in production from 1990. In 1991 there was in production some kind of Maestro synthesizer, because its form factor is very convenient to change absolutely in it. And this is the same form factor, the same keyboard, the same knobs, the same panel, but this is a vocal synthesizer, VS34. It stands for vocal synthesizer, 3 octaves, 4 voices. It is a vocal synthesizer on the vocoder principle, four-man vocoder principle. What I mean? Human speech has 4 main formats: nose, mouth, throat. So you can very simply synthesize every vowel, and synthesizer Arton VS34 synthesizes 4 vowels: A, O, U, E, men and women, then some articulation effects, also arpeggiators, chorus, and so on. So you can synthesize any chord pads playing in ensemble. This is my overview, first overview, but I must show you how was the last. This thing was never been in production. This is a working and the only sample of our instruments called a rhythm controller. What is a controller? This is totally programmable instrument. You can wear it up on as guitar, hold it so that on the fingers of left hand you have a set of buttons from front, and from upper side two more like octave buttons. On the right hand you have a stroke sensor in two directions. With these panels you can control any sequencer or drum machine. It has a LCD display for programming, so you can move on the scene in a direction and play. You can control your whole MIDI system and play bass, you play trumpet, you can play drums. It's very universal. Also, this is designed by Olimpiada. You see, it's something futuristical. That's all for now. I will wait your comments. What you want to listen more. Maybe you want to listen separate videos concerning devoted to any of these instruments, or I can re-record my already existing videos with a new sound. Thank you for your attention.